Let's take a look and rank every single Super Treasure Hunt from 2025. To kick off 2025, we have ourselves the 87 Audi Quattro. Now this is a really underwhelming Super in my opinion, however we've had way worse starts to the year, but we've also had better starts to the year. I do gotta say, I like the color, the wheel choice, and there isn't a whole lot really to say about this one. This is kind of one of those clean Supers that I think there were better choices for casting, but the color's nice on it. There's not a whole lot to say about it. This one does not come with the taillights, which would have been nice. However, they got to keep the cost under $1, so I can understand why they don't put taillights. But the headlight detail is a really nice touch. The Audi logo with the TH, and I'll be honest, this color is really nice. This is just kind of one of those mediocre Supers, but is overall still a pretty solid choice. Following the Audi for B case is one of my favorites for the year, the Hirahata Merc. With the TH on the side, the beautiful pinstriping along the side of the car, I just noticed the gray accents on it. First time we've seen these disc wheels in a really long time. I think it's been like 2015 was the last time we seen them on the Dodge van, but this is really well done. I love the white walls. They gave this one really nice headlights. They went basic with this one, but it's very reminiscent of something you'd see in the early 2010s. And the color choice, the wheel choice, the tire choice, everything about this Super is really, really good. So this is one of those Supers that's like an A or an A+ Super for me. From the best Super to probably the weakest Super of the year. Now this is the high roller that I actually found in the wild at the independent grocer. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. I'll try and remember to link it down below. This one to me, I'm grateful to have found it, because I'm grateful to find any Super. A Super's a Super. TH is up there. And I like how they did this one in the exact opposite as the regular, but they gave this one the Solero GT treatment with the opposite wheels. This one would have looked better with, in my opinion, the back wheels also being on the front of this one. And I think the color's not a bad choice. It's a pretty solid color choice, and I like that it's literally the polar opposite of the regular. But this one, I think, again, just there could have been better choices, but I understand that this is one that kind of gets to the kids. The 2025 Diecast Datsun Sunny truck is another Super I really like. That Spectra Flame Royal Blue with the gold accents looks amazing. The decal on the side that says Super TH, got those gold 4 spokes. I don't think you could have chose a better wheel choice. And I think this is a great casting to bring to mainline and Superize. Look at that front end. I mean, it could have been done a little bit better, but for a mainline truck to have headlights on plastic is a really nice touch. It's not something you see a whole lot of. The Japanese writing, the striping on the side. This is a really well done Super, and I think probably a top 3 Super for me for 2025. The Aston Martin DB4 GT High Speed Edition made its return in 2025 as a Super Treasure Hunt in Spectra Flame Gold with the disc style wheels once again for the second time in 2025. I gotta say, I think they could have chose a better casting. Like, you could have went with the Maserati Chimal, the Pagani Utopia, something along those lines for a new model for 2024. Although for the casting that they did choose, I think that this is probably the best execution you could have done for this model. I do like the color. I do like the wheel choice. I honestly don't know if you could have chose a better wheel for this one. Let me know what you guys think about this one down below. Personally, this one doesn't do it for me, and I think another color like a British Racing Green would have looked a lot better for this one. The Jeep Gladiator is a Super that I think is going to get overlooked a lot. And honestly, it's kind of one of the more underrated ones for the year in my opinion. I definitely think that the Spectra Flame Smoke with the orange accents, the orange and white decals on the side, look really good. I think this is a pretty solid casting choice as well. The wheels are really nice. Nice to see the off-road wheels return. First time since I believe the Jeepster Commando that we'd seen the off-road wheels. The only other Jeep Supercharger. The only thing that is really a turn-off on this one is the orange base, as it doesn't really seem like the most realistic color. Maybe like a gray or a black base would have looked better on this one. But overall, in my opinion, I think this is an underrated Super. For G-Case, we have another really cool Super in the Porsche 911 Rally, and I can see why people like this one. I love the Spectra Flame Green, and my grandfather made me a Porsche guy, and he had a green Porsche, not this bright of a green, but similar to the regular. He had a 2000 Porsche Boxster in a very similar color to the regular, so I gotta be honest, I really wanted to find this one if I could. And with the G cases that have been hitting our dollar stores at the time I'm recording this, I was hopeful that it would happen, but I'm not sure if it will. But again, this is a really nice Super, really nice execution. For the Rally, maybe going with an off-road style wheel would have been a little bit better for this casting, but it's hard to say. Maybe I'm thinking of another version of the car, which I will list if I mess that up. Either way, very well executed. I honestly think that this Super could have been perfect. The only killer for me is those gold rims with everything else on the car. I think if they would have went with a chrome rim, this one would have been perfect, and this would probably be in my top 3 for Supers for 2025. I love that they brought back the Goodyear tires on this one. I was fortunate enough to actually find one of these in my university town at the Shoppers. Again, I'll link that video if I remember. This is a really nice one. The decals, I love the play on words with something funny on the side of this one. The TH by the front wheel. Everything about this one looks really good. It's just those gold rims that ruin it. And I think even if they switched them to chrome, I think that would have been better. I'll be honest, this JK Super, the 62 Corvette Gasser, is kind of uninspiring. I do like black and yellow together, and I do like this casting, but I feel like they should have paid homage to the 2013 Super of the 63 Corvette, which is really nice in its own right. Correction, I know I just called it a 63 Corvette, it is a 62 Corvette, but it's not the Gasser like this version, and I think if they would have did it in the exact same livery as that version, which I'll have a photo of, and just kind of paid homage to a previous Super, I'd love to see that happen a lot more. But this one's alright. Again, they kind of went with the similar wheel style to what they did with the Volvo last year. Solid, but not really something that, like, I'm overly excited about. The K-Case McLaren Speedtail, this is one that you just want to keep clean. TH on the back of the car. Let's see if I can get that to zoom in a bit. There's not really any decals on this one. This one's very accurate to the real car. Yes, the mismatch wheels do work on the McLaren, unlike the Lamborghini Huracan. This one looks really good in that Spectra Flame Burnt Orange. Really nice color choice. Really great wheel choice. They're like that shiny black chrome. Very clean Super. This is all around just a really, really good choice for a Super. And this is the first McLaren Super we have ever seen. There's not a whole lot more to say about it, but I think this is how you do a really clean Super and do it right. Another clean Super done right is the Bugatti EB110 SS. This thing is gorgeous, and I'd say this one was done even better than the McLaren Speedtail. You didn't have to go crazy with this one. You got the TH on the license plate, the nice headlights and tail lights. Headlights are just a clear plastic piece. The Bugatti logo. This is just one you don't need to have mixed match wheels for. The wheel choice looks great. I actually really like this purple. This is like a lighter purple rather than like that dark purple that we usually see. And I want to see this color on Supers a lot more often. Wow. This one really pops with my ring lights. And overall, this is one of my favorites for the year as well. I think this is another underrated Super for what was overall a rather solid year for supercharger hunts. It is the 73 Honda Civic Custom. I do like that this one is the then version of the now. The now version was the Honda Civic Type R, the newer version, which we had seen for E-Case and N-Case in blue. I believe there's also an exclusive version in yellow. This one's really nice. I'm not sure about the bronze rim. Maybe that... Yeah, I gotta say, that's not too bad considering how you have the decals with this one. TH right on top of the Honda logo. And I like that they gave this one headlights. They didn't go too crazy with this one with the taillights. But overall, this one's a pretty solid choice as well. Hands down, this is my favorite Super for 2025. And this one's going to go down as an all-time favorite. This is a color I've wanted to see done more on Super Treasure Hunts, and I am glad that they chose it, and chose it on a Hellcat. I love this casting with the wide body kit on it, and I've been wanting to see this casting return, and to see it return as a Super Treasure Hunt in this color with those wheels. They didn't ruin it with the wheels. They kept the decals really nice. They contrast well with this one. Overall, I think this is an all-time favorite Super Treasure Hunt for me, and I'm grateful to get this one into the collection. I think this one's probably right behind the gold Jegs Demon from 2020, maybe behind the Dodge Charger Daytona from 2016, but this is a top 5 Super all-time for me. The Tic Tac BMW M3 wagon takes place as the second last Super for 2025. This is another really cool one with the Michelin livery, the Tic Tac livery on the side of it. It's not actually a Tic Tac license on it. This one's really well done, and I think another overlooked Super considering some of the really good ones that we've had this year. I do like the white base for this one, and I do like the green Spectra Flame, nice aero fans with the gold chrome around, the gold rim around it, and overall, this is just one of those Supers that I like a lot, and I think that we need to see more Supers done like this with the Tic Tac livery. I'd love to see another BMW, maybe a regular M3 done in the exact same livery. Wrapping up 2025 in a strong note is the Ford RS200 with the for Q case with the orange aero fans with the white ring around it. Another really solid Super. I like that we've seen a return of the Golf livery for the first time since 2023. This is a gorgeous color, and it seems to fit these Ford Super Treasure Hunts really nicely every time that they do it. This one does not have the headlights or the taillights. This is a casting we have seen in premium a few different times, but overall, they went with a crazy livery. Not really crazy, but they went with a lot of decals and covered this one up really nicely. They did a really good job with this one. Alright, let's rank these suckers from worst to best. Starting off at 15, taking last place is the High Roller 2. Bit of an underwhelming choice. Following that, right behind that, is the 62 Corvette Gasser. Again, I really like the casting, but I think the execution could have been significantly better. Right behind that one at 13 is the Audi. Nothing terrible about this one, but I just think there's better options, especially with this year's Super Treasure Hunts. 12th place is the Aston Martin. 11th place is the Jeep. That just kind of shows you how solid of a year it was when I had the Jeep at 11. I actually really do like this Super. 10th place goes to the Honda Civic Custom. 9th place will be the RS200. Ahead of the RS200 is the BMW M3 Wagon. Taking 7th place is the McLaren Speedtail. 6th place is the Bugatti EB110 SS. Number 5 is the Mustang Funny Car. Number 4 is the Porsche Rally. At taking the bronze medal for the year is the Datsun Sunny Truck. Number 2, taking the silver medal, the Hirohata Merc. And first place, the best Super of the year, is easily the Hellcat, in my opinion. Overall, this is a solid roster for Super Treasure Hunts. I think that there's only a few weak Supers in this year, and that's just my opinion. Again, don't take this to heart. This is my opinion. Feel free to share your opinions down in the comments below. Maybe you have one of my least favorite Supers as your personal favorite. Again, this is all opinion based. Personally, I think 2025 is a bit weaker than other years such as 2024, or even years like 2020, 21, or 2015, which are my 3 favorite years where I don't think there was a single bad super. But overall, I hope you enjoyed this video where I go over each super briefly, rank them, and this will probably be the last year I get every super carded. This is just unsustainable, I can't do this. And plus, I don't find a lot of supers, so that's gonna probably do it for that. I'll probably try and get the loose set, and we'll compare the loose supers next year, and get the ones that I really want carded, or ones that I find out in the wild. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you like this and want to see more Diecast content. Have a great rest of your weekend, happy hunting, and stay safe, and God bless you all.